And welcome back into a brand new episode of Pitstop Pals as we go on another leg of this race around the world. As always, we are your hosts. My name is Bruce Heller.
And I'm Kevin Oliver.
And let's jump in. So, episode 6 of Amazing Race 25. What are your thoughts, dude?
This is my favorite episode of the season so far.
Nice, me too. Well, maybe. Both of these Morocco episodes have been fantastic.
This is by far my favorite. Way better than last week for me.
How come?
I just liked the challenges better, and I think they suit me better. Like if I was on this race, I would want to be racing this week. And I just had a lot of fun watching this one.
Me too. And so I don't have a ton because I was watching this last night and I was tired, but what are your quotes?
Okay, let's see. Well, actually, I want to get this on the record real quick. My opinions of Brooke and Robbie are changing in a positive direction.
I really liked them last week and this week.
Every week. This week, they were the team of the episode for me this week. My favorite team is still Kim and Allie, but I loved Brooke and Robbie this week. First of all, when Brooke just body slams a bag of hay. I know it's not a quote, but that might have been my single favorite moment of the episode.
Yeah.
Quote wise, when they were milking the goat and Brooke says, "Don't drink it, I need that," to the goat. And then Kim and Allie had a couple of good ones during the goat part when they were shaking their butter and they were trying to sing like the guy from Morocco. And one time she said, "My mama taught me to shake it, but it's never turned into butter before." And then the other one was, "Brooke's chasing goats and I'm shaking milk and it's really hot and I forgot my sunscreen."
Yeah.
Let me see if I had anything else. That might have been about it. Yeah. Shelly and Nisi, one of them made a comment here, or I think it was Shelly. One of them made a comment. "We think we're on the right road, but we don't know because all the signs are in Arabic." No, and I just wrote, "No duh." When you're in another country, they're not going to make signs just for you.
Yeah. Well, a lot of our stuff does also have Spanish on it, so.
Right.
They might.
But, like, Mexico is right by us.
True.
It's not like, like in Morocco, it's not like Morocco and U.S. are neighbors.
Not with that attitude.
Not with any attitude.
Well,
that's all I got, though, for quotes.
So we are starting from the carpet shop and rug shop that we ended with last episode.
And in Marrakesh, Morocco.
We're still in Morocco for this episode. 2 episodes in a row that we're in the same place, which is kind of interesting. I don't feel like that's super common, but. And their first clue is, I forget what it's called. They're going to this place and they're going to be working with horse-drawn carriages.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts on this challenge?
Like I said, I like this whole episode. I'm from middle of nowhere, Illinois.
Isn't that most of Illinois other than Chicago?
No, because Chicago and its suburbs take up like a quarter of the state, but
Good Lord.
not quite a quarter of the state. It's just a lot.
I take that back. There's also Alton in East St. Louis. That's not quite middle of nowhere.
That's true. There's also Springfield. There's also the Quad Cities,
Yeah, the joke was funny in my head, but oh well.
and you failed. Ha ha ha. No, I'm from middle of nowhere, Illinois, town of 1,000 people. Agriculture has been a part of my life um, for 25 years, as long as I've been alive. So the fact that this episode was agriculture heavy was something that I appreciated. I love the horse-drawn carriages. It was fun.
I like the goat butter thing that we'll get to in a few minutes.
It was better. I agree.
The interesting thing with the horse-drawn carriages is that they had to go to this feed station that was marked with a flag and like bring the hay back to the horses.
Mm-hmm.
A couple teams had trouble finding the feeding station and kind of got lost looking for it.
Yep. Food scientists really struggled.
And Tim and TJ and Shelly and DC. And it's marked with a red and a yellow flag. The first few teams didn't have any trouble finding it. Then we had like 3 or 4 teams at the same time that just couldn't find it. And I don't know how that happened.
Well, consider who they were, but
yeah,
or at least some of them. Shelly and Nisi mostly.
Yeah, and so after that, they get to go to a pottery stand and find their next clue, which the clue box is hidden amongst a very large collection of pottery spread all around this little lot. So this alone, like finding the clue box, looks like it would annoy me here.
Real quick, I forgot to mention, I found this very interesting. When the legs started, Kim and Allie departed at 8:15 a.m.
Yeah.
And Adam and Bethany departed at 8:16 a.m.
Huh.
Quite the...
That's not even a head start.
No, it's not. It's really not.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I thought it was quite strange.
So they go to this pottery, and like this pottery stand is really cool looking, but trying to find one little clue box amongst all that does not look like it would be easy.
No.
But the teams eventually do find the clue box, and the names of the challenges you can choose. I get roadblock and detour confused still. Which one?
These are the detours. This is the
detour is the one where you have to choose. One of them is called Cream. I don't remember what the other one was called. But Camp. You're either making goat butter or you're building a tent.
Which one do you want to
do? But that's basically what your choices are here.
Which one do you want to do, Bruce?
The goat butter looks fun. I want to do that one.
Me too.
I mean,
glad we're on the same page.
The tent one doesn't look that hard, but the goat butter one just looks more fun and interesting.
Bruce, you already have said on previous episodes you're not an attention to details kind of guy.
Yeah, but you are.
Yeah, but I want to do the goat butter.
Me too.
Okay.
I was just saying, like, I don't feel like the other one would take a year, but this one would be more fun.
Yeah.
And the way it works is you kind of milk the goat, and then you have to, like, put the milk in this weird container-looking thing and shake it till it becomes butter, essentially. Okay. But don't shake it too hard. You have to, like...
Amy, it's all about the force. Remember, Maya was telling us this. It's not about how fast, but it's that you put the force in every time. Yeah.
I went too hard there. My chair came forward with me.
and we see usually in these detours we see a pretty even split on where the teams go.
Yeah.
No, this time 5 teams went to Cream and 2 people went to Camp.
Who are the 2? I forget. I forgot to write it down.
It was the dentist and Tim and TJ. And to be honest, camp proved to be the way to go if you want to go get out quick.
The the dentists were back to form this week. Last week and the week before were not great episodes for them. I thought they were trending down. They're back all of a sudden. They look
They
like
are
they
back.
did the first 3 episodes.
And they left the detour in first place.
They did.
And Tim and TJ jumped from 5th to 3rd because of choosing the camp detour.
But they end up finishing 4th, don't they?
Yes. And
So,
it's because of something we'll talk about later.
yeah, Tim and TJ are interesting. They're a fun team. I like them a lot. They seem really likable. They are so up and down from episode to episode. I don't know what to do with them anymore. They're gonna make power rankings hard for me, and it's already not easy.
Power rankings was easy for me this week.
It pretty much is, because the finishing order is basically how the teams have been doing lately. But Tim and TJ are just so up and down. I don't know what to expect from them anymore.
That's fair.
But one thing I did notice is during the detour, while other teams are doing the detour, I think Shelly and Nisi were still trying to find the detour at this
Oh
point.
my gosh, they had so much navigation problem this week. It was outrageous.
Yeah. But luckily for them, the crew behind them did not lose them. Because on the season that just ended in real life, well, it's all real life, the season that just ended in real time, one of my favorite teams, the crew behind them lost them, and the team got penalized because the production did a bad job following them, and that did not sit very well with me. So,
yeah, I know you weren't very happy about that,
but we're not. I mean, you kind of agreed with me on that, but
yes, I agree with you, but at the same time, that could happen to any team.
It could. I just don't feel, and I'm getting sidetracked. If someone is following you, it shouldn't be your responsibility to make sure they're following you well. They should just follow you where you go. Following isn't that hard. I don't know how this happened.
Hey,
Anyway,
how often do you follow? Because it's harder sometimes than you might think.
that's fair. Anyway, through all of their navigation troubles, Shelly made a comment along the lines of, she's afraid of rocking the boat and trying to not cause another fight after the way the leg a couple episodes ago finished. And I like that they're trying to stay on a good page here, but like sometimes you have to say the hard thing and say what you're thinking. Because
I
maybe
agree.
she's just missing something that you mentioning she doing something wrong could help. I don't know if that was the case here or not, but I feel like they're almost walking on eggshells around each other at this point all of a sudden.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to see what happened 2 weeks ago on the pit stop happen again.
That's true.
So
And good
they
for them.
already
They
annoy
seem
me
to have
enough.
fixed that.
Yeah, because they're walking on eggshells.
Yes, but they also are now eliminated. So,
hey, spoiler.
this season came out 10 years ago. Spoiler alert is dead.
If you say so.
10 years ago,
You're literally just watching it for the first time. Shut up.
Yeah, but I've seen this episode already now.
Now? But what if I went out and told you who won the whole season? You would be ticked.
Maybe. We'll never know.
Well, we could know.
What was my name? Oh, Adam singing a song while making butter was funny to me. That's another note. My notes aren't as extensive this week because I was trying to stay awake while watching this last night. But
Pathetic.
Adam was like singing this song while making butter, and it was making me laugh.
Yeah, I enjoyed that while making butter. Yeah.
And the next place they have to go And I wrote it down this time because you get on to me for not writing names down
Oh,
half the
hang
time.
on.
Yeah.
You didn't mention the fact that the bicyclist switched and then switched back.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. That was interesting. They're normally really on top of stuff. This detour kind of messed with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Both detours actually, but they've been so dominant the past couple episodes. It was weird seeing them struggle that much.
They didn't struggle. That was the problem. They got in their own. It was all a head thing because they weren't doing bad. They just thought that they could do the other one quicker, so they left, and then they realized they couldn't, so they came back. They never did bad. They just made a lapse in judgment.
Yeah, and that was weird, and that's why they fell a couple finishing spots compared to the last couple weeks. But
correct.
The next place we go to, and you always get on to me for not writing down and remembering names. It's called Terrace Dominar. Dominar. I wrote it down the way they spelled it, but I forget the pronunciation.
Right.
Because I paused it to write it down. And basically, if you don't like heights, this last challenge is a nightmare. And so
that's why I'm doing the roadblock.
Oh, you're not doing the canyons?
No, I said I am.
Oh, good. I'm not afraid of heights necessarily. I just don't love them either. I'm kind of like this weird middle ground on heights.
Sometimes I do love
good.
them.
This one would have freaked me out, so I'm glad
I do love them. I do love them. I would have done this in a heartbeat.
The zip line at the end looks fun, but like having to walk on a tightrope and then like unhook the clip to read.
Yeah.
No.
That doesn't faze me. I'm good.
I wouldn't have been as bad as like Brooke was by any means, but I would not have enjoyed that most of that.
Yeah. And so I did take note of the people that were doing this. And it actually is mostly the women. Misty, Bethany, the only man, TJ, Allie, Brooke, Maya, and Shelly did this detour.
Yeah. And shout out to Bethany also, by the way, because everyone else could hang on to the cord while unclipping their hook to reclip it. She only had one arm, so she could only like unclip it and then reclick it while really not being able to hold on to anything. That's wild. Yeah. There's the hat change of the episode.
Happy 4th of July. A day late.
Happy 5th of July.
Happy 5th of July. Also, I will shout out Allie, because that girl was literally running across the bridge. It was nuts.
That was fantastic. I loved that. I don't remember if it was Tim or TJ that did it, but what I wrote down was
TJ.
Good with puzzles, bad with heights. Was TJ. What he said. So, which one was it?
But was TJ?
It was.
But
TJ.
Was he really that good with puzzles?
No, but he said he was going into it, and that's when I wrote it down. I'm like, oh, interesting combination. We'll see how he does on this.
And he didn't do that good.
Misty was really good on the puzzle, though.
Misty did really good. Bethany did really good. Allie did really good. TJ struggled with the puzzle. Brooke struggled with the heights, and the puzzle. Maya, she struggled with the puzzle. And Shelly, she did fine, but she was so far behind that it didn't matter.
The other thing is with the puzzle is that we saw a little bit of teamwork on the puzzle with Allie and TJ kind of helping each other so they would both get done quicker. That was cool.
Yes, I agree.
And so I wrote down another name. The pit stop is called Casbah D. I couldn't tell if it was an F or a T. This place looks cool.
It does. It's like a fortress.
Yes. And so Our finishing order: Jim and Misty back into first place, a spot they're well. By the way, in 2 episodes last week and this week, they went from dead last back to first. So good for them. Adam and Bethany second, Kim and Allie third, Tim and TJ fourth, Brooke and Robbie fifth, Amy and Maya sixth, and Shelly and Nisi last place at 7. And I know we've been not their biggest fans at all the past couple weeks. I didn't mind them as much this episode. They were fine.
Still didn't like them.
No, I was still happy to see them go. They're still my least favorite of the teams left, but they didn't annoy me actively like they did last week.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say that I loved the banjo player with the chicken on his head.
I wrote that down. Guy has a chicken on his head with 3 exclamation points.
Well, why didn't you say it then?
I was about to next.
That's not a chicken, and he's not on your head currently. There you go. Still not a chicken.
Well, it's what I have. I'll talk to my mom, see if she'll let me have a live chicken in the house.
Thumbnail, question mark?
Yes. And so...
Here's my thumbnail.
And so... let's get into power rankings. What do you have for us this week?
Okay. 6th place. To no surprise. Amy and Maya.
Yeah, I have them at 6 also. I don't think they're going home next week. I think one of the teams ahead of them will just implode or struggle on something and fall behind. But based on what we've seen, they kind of have to be here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have not ever finished higher than 5th place. So far. And so I struggle to put them higher than anybody else. Not that they're a bad team, but they have not ever been the strongest team.
For sure. I would agree with that. In 5th place, who do you have?
I have Tim and TJ.
Wow, me too.
They're super inconsistent. He lied to me when he said that he was good with puzzles because he was not that good with this puzzle. They're just really up and down because sometimes they are like killing it. Like, I think you guys could be in first place, but then other times they just make stupid errors.
Yeah,
like not being able to find the hay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything to say about them?
And I kind of went back and forth with them and Brooke and Robbie, but they're very up and down, whereas Brooke and Robbie started off kind of rough and kind of are getting better and working together as a team better each episode. They keep getting stronger. So that's why I went with Tim and TJ at 5 and Brooke and Robbie at 4, despite their finishing order being reversed.
I also went with Brooke and Robbie at 4.
Yeah, like I said, the finishing order was really what made power rankings pretty easy this week because they kind of just did it themselves.
Well, I disagree.
Okay.
But we'll get there. Brooke and Robbie in 4th. Like I said, they're really growing on me. I loved them this week. And Brooke body slamming hay itself gets them above Tim and TJ for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 3, I have the Surfers.
I actually do too.
So finishing order does not decide this, like you literally just said.
I didn't say it was exact. I said for the most part, the good teams were at the top, and the teams that are near the bottom of my rankings were the last couple of teams. I flipped the order around a little bit, but it's not like we had a bad team finish in second place.
Bruce, here's the thing. There's 6 teams left. The only one that you have put in the order they finished so far was the 6th one.
Okay.
So you can't say that the finishing order did the work for you. when it literally didn't.
No, but for the most part.
No, not for the most part. Only once so far.
Yeah, but like I flip one team around with the team that finished right ahead of them. It's not like I have a team that finished in second or third, down in fourth or fifth place.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
My pillow.
Well, I'm glad. I have the Surfers here in third. Um, they killed it this week. I think they're going to continue being super strong. I just don't have them higher than the other two. It's simple as that.
No, and that's because I agree. I have them in third. Kim and Allie are second ahead of them because they won 2 legs in a row. And that's really strong. And I
Well,
think they've been a really good team so far.
I put the Dentists in second.
Interesting. We finally have a different ranking.
Yeah. The only different ranking, first and second here. I put the Dentists in second. Kim and Allie, they're coming off 2 wins in a row. The thing that pushed them behind was literally not even a performance issue. It was a judgment issue. Otherwise, I think they would be in first place still.
Yep. And I have the Dentists in first because, like I mentioned, in Copenhagen, they struggled really bad. Yes, they finished last place. But through 2 episodes of Morocco, they're all the way back in first place, where they've finished multiple times this season, and they still have a save in their pocket if they somehow finish last again. I just think they've been the strongest team overall throughout the season.
Yeah. I'm going Kim and Allie because, well, like I said, I think they would have won this leg had there not been a lapse of judgment. Performance is still there. I love them. They are my favorite team, and they are still kicking butt. And I don't see why I need to fix something that's not broken.
Judgment is part of performance, I would argue, though. Like, that's part of how you play the game and how you.
But I mean like
Right.
physical performance. When I say
yeah.
performance, some people literally just suck at things. They never messed anything up physically.
No.
It
Mental
was just
errors
a
can
lapse
cost
in
you,
judgment.
though.
What?
I said mental errors can cost you, and they cost them the top spot on my list, probably. Jim
Well,
and Misty, I still think are just a stronger team overall, but it's really close.
I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we will.
Before we wrap up here.
Go.
No. I said before we wrap up. Have you been watching The Mole at all?
No, I need
Why?
to.
Why?
Summer's my busy time of year.
You got all kinds of time, sir.
Anyway, what were you going to say?
Well, last week the first 5 episodes came out on Netflix of Mole season 2. Today the next 3 episodes come out, and the last 2 come out next Friday. And man, it is bringing it. I love it.
That is fantastic. I will have to find that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
I need to binge through Cobra Kai before the new season starts also.
Oh, I don't care about that.
I know. I'm saying it anyway.
Have you seen Claim to Fame ever?
My mom has told me about it. I never got around to it.
You should check it out. Their new season starts next week.
I heard their new season starts next week. Maybe I should check it out.
Yeah, you should. Also, Big Brother starts in 2 weeks. All reality content that we do not cover here on the Reality Realm Network. But yes. But for any other reality needs you may have, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Reality Kevin.
Wait, your name's Kevin?
No.
Oh.
Reality Kevin. Yeah.
Put that on your driver's license. Reality Kevin.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter to cover those things. Right now, I'm walking through the Traders cast.
Nice. Can't wait for that show.
Me either.
And check out Tribal Council Chat. That drops every Saturday. We have a great episode dropping.
Do
That
you?
by the time this releases, it will have dropped 2 days ago. But when we're recording it, it drops tomorrow. So
Looking forward to it.
this was a fun episode, as always.
It sure was. And as always,
Go.
good good luck.
Be safe.
Go.